Hey Dragons! Today I'm going to be reading a book called From Maple Tree to Syrup. I love maple syrup. I don't know about you. Doesn't that look delicious right there? And this is by Melanie Mitchell. Here we go. From Maple Tree to Syrup. Gotta get it straight. Oh wow, what are those buckets on the side of the tree? Let's find out. Here's a table of contents that tells you all the different topics that we're going to cover. Workers plant trees and the trees grow. So if there was something specific, if you were doing research on this subject and you wanted to find information, you would just go to, what were those buckets? Remember I mentioned the buckets? Well, workers hang buckets. If you want to go straight to that, you could just go to page 12. So let's get started. Maple syrup is sweet. How is it made? Well, first, workers plant trees. Maple syrup comes from sugar maple trees. Workers plant many sugar maple trees for making syrup. This group of trees is called a sugar bush. See those trees there? Wow, sugar maple. They get big over time, don't they? The trees grow. The sugar maple trees grow and make sap. Sap is a clear, sweet liquid. In early spring, the sap flows through the tree's trunks and branches. It is time to collect the sap. I'm having the hardest time getting this straight. Oh boy, she's got a drill. Workers drill holes. Workers drill small holes in sugar maple trees that are at least 50 years old. Only one hole is drilled in small trees. 2 or 3 holes may be drilled in big trees. Spouts are put in the holes. Metal spouts are put in the holes of the trees. A spout is a tube that liquid can flow through. So you can see that sugary syrup is coming out. That liquid's coming out of the tree. Look at all the buckets hanging here. Look, page 12 that we were talking about. Workers hang buckets. Workers hang buckets on the spouts. Sap flows out of the spouts. The buckets collect the sap. So it just pours on out. And look at the time of the year they're doing this. I wonder if it's during the winter time. I see snow on the ground. The buckets are emptied. Workers empty the buckets full of sap into barrels. The buckets are put back on the spouts to collect more sap. Interesting. The barrels are taken away. The barrels full of sap are taken to a sugar house. A sugar house is a place where maple syrup is made. Sweet Maple's Sugar House. Whatever this is, it must be cold. The sap is heated. Workers pour the sap into long, shallow pans. The pans of sap are heated. The sap begins to boil. It becomes thick and sticky. It is turned into maple syrup. So remember, it was clear before. Now it has this nice brown color. I'm getting hungry. I don't know about you. The maple syrup is poured. The fresh maple syrup is poured into bottles and sent to stores. People buy the syrup and take it home. My daughter was just in Quebec, in Canada, well, a while ago, about a year ago now, and I got the same container. It was a maple leaf for the maple syrup. Time to eat. It's hard to believe this sweet treat came from a tree. Try some maple syrup on pancakes or ice cream. Enjoy! And then we have our glossary of words. Sap and spouts and sugar bush and sugar house. Those give us definitions. And then we have an index that tells us about, if you want to know about buying it, you go to page 20. And collecting and drilling. So it's another way of finding things within the book. And there you have it. From maple tree to syrup. Have a great day.